It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. When I was just 12, I had a bad injury. I was playing with fire and the fire started burning me real fast. The docs prescribed me some pills. I would take them to take away the pain I would feel. From then on, it was a long road ahead. They prescribed me more and more, and it only fucked with my head. A few years went by, mom took them away. I found them real quick in my system, they would stay. One night I crushed up a bit, took a couple pics, sent them to a bitch who wasn't quick to snitch. I nearly went to jail. I wanted that chick to burn in hell. After that I said no more, I'm done. Got put on probation, no more fun. That was the day I said I would end it all, but that was the day I would begin to fall. It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. A new school year comes and rolls around. I haven't touched shit, staying on solid ground. Few months later I start smoking weed so much it wouldn't even hardly faze me. Once again I start dabbling in pills, started popping so many I couldn't even feel. A few weeks go by and I'm tooting every day. Stole money from friends and even pushed many away. I didn't want anybody by my side. I played off like everything was fine. December comes around and I'm using even harder. Then my homie got killed, I wanted to be sober. I cried so many tears you wouldn't believe. I was leaving teardrops on my shirt sleeve. That was the day I said I would end it all, but that was the day I would begin to fall. It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. 3 weeks after he died, I started using again. Surprise, surprise. I started with the pills and there was no changing. Popping so many, it was making me crazy. My friends were begging me to stop, it didn't matter. I didn't care if I got dropped. About a month later, I told on myself. I realized at that point that I really needed help. A month goes by and I'm still going crazy. Nearly OD in school, I saw myself changing. I went from school into a rehab. Got out in 7 weeks and man, I was real glad. Now I'm here, 7 months sober. I'm so grateful, my drug reign is over. I praise God for the help over the boulder. I never want to see myself any colder. It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. It's a long road, getting where you're going, keep your head high. And always know that these times will pass, no matter how hard they are. Stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are. Hey guys, that song basically was about my drug use. Like it says in the song, I started when I was 12 because, you know, I burnt myself pretty bad. Got a pretty cool scar. They prescribed me Hydro 5s, you know, and, you know, at first it wasn't, I think I got liking it a lot easily, real quick, because I would take them to school and snort them, pop them, it didn't matter. Same with 8th grade year comes around and I'm using even more, you know, because I kept having more surgeries, and then I had mouth surgery and they always prescribed me Hydro 5s. And then my 8th grade year comes around and I'm smoking weed, you know, popping pills. It didn't matter, I was doing oxys and shit, and mainly hydrocodone though. And I crushed up like, fuck, I don't know, 11, 12 of them. And was snorting them, man. It was crazy. I had my straw, I was tooting. And I sent them to this chick who, like, I messed around with, you know, and she was like my fuck buddy and my high buddy, you know, and she ended up narking on me, and the cops had just been over to my house like a week ago because I was out of control and shit, and I had anger issues. I still do, but I'm working on it. But yeah, and they were asking me like, have you ever smoked? Have you ever done anything? You know. So they tell us now. They're all like, if you tell me now, you won't be in trouble if we find something out about you. And you know, I was just like, no, nothing happened. You know, I've been good. Just, you know, breaking shit and having anger issues. And then like a week goes by. And the cops come back to my house and they have a picture, and this girl got busted that I sent the picture to. She got busted, and she showed them the picture, and it showed all the text we have, so I knew it was her, and the cops told me who it was too. And then I almost went to jail, like one of the worst jails in Oklahoma. And I live in a small ass town, like really small, so everybody knows everybody's business. And I got put on probation. They just put me on probation because I was going into the system anyways for out of control behavior, so they just put me on probation. And I stopped everything, man. I mean, nothing, you know. And I was getting into sports again, you know. I had always been into sports, but you know, I wasn't focused on drugs. And then my 9th grade year comes around, you know, I'm in high school, meeting new people, new drugs and shit. And I start smoking again. I mean, I smoked before, but I was smoking even more now. And I started popping pills again, you know. And I was popping like it didn't matter, like fucking Percocets, Oxys, a lot of hydrocodone. It didn't matter, you know. Mainly opiates, but like I popped like Xanax and Valium a lot too. So, you know, that was also one of my addiction. And then I got hooked on these epilepsy pills. They're like that freaking long and that fucking fat. They like horse pills, man. Like, no joke. And then, you know, I'm still playing sports. And then I go to what the hell? Oh yeah, my friend dies. And I stopped because, you know, he got hit by a car and stuff. And before he died, I was doing meth and all this, but I didn't do meth that much. I only did it 4 times, and then he died, and I stopped. And then, like it says in the song, 3 weeks later, I start using it again. And then around January, I told on myself because I realized I had a problem, and I didn't want to live my life anymore, but I couldn't stop because I was addicted. And I took like 10 epilepsy pills, just popping them, and almost OD'd in school. That was my last day of school. My mom, they took me to the hospital that day once I got home because I was puking and shit. And you know, I went to the hospital, was there for like, I don't know, 5-6 hours, and then I went to a detox in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And then when I was in there, I was like, yo, I'm not going to touch this shit anymore. And, you know, telling everybody that. And then 2 weeks later, I almost overdosed again, but I took 40 Tramadol, you know, and I didn't, like, the doctors didn't say I overdosed because I didn't go to the hospital, but I thought it was an overdose kind of because, like, I was puking, I had freaking cold chills, everything was blurry, and I had a headache, and I broke out in this really bad rash because I took so many. And then a couple days later, my mom found the pill bottle, and she took me to the hospital. My dad took me to the hospital that day, and then a couple days later, I went to rehab. So yeah, that's basically my addiction life. You know, but you know, I'm 7 months sober, so kudos for me. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you.